What's up, Taiwan? I'm Ethan Liu with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Bird flu outbreaks have caused egg shortages in several countries around the world, including Taiwan. And Taiwan's government has taken to importing eggs from Australia and launched the renewal project for chicken farms. Our reporter Yu Huang finds out if this approach has been effective.
It's 9 a.m. in Taipei's bustling city market, and empty crates are already piling up. Just a few hours earlier, they were full, each holding around 200 chicken eggs. This has become a common sight for Taiwanese consumers over the past few weeks, as the country grapples with the severe egg shortage.
跑遍所有的杂货店，几乎都买不到，而且还涨了1倍。
这无鸡卵，只有买鸭卵啊，鸭卵嘛买无啊。
那我觉得我们一般家庭，你可以少吃，可以用其他的那个豆类来补充。
Egg shortages have hit Taiwan several times over the years, but the owner of this store said it's the worst one he has seen in 60 years. The government says Taiwan is now short around 800,000 eggs each day. That's pushed the price of this commodity to a record high. Farms are now charging up to $2.50 per kilogram of eggs, a 20% increase from last year. Consumers may find the price jump tough to swallow. Prices had been relatively stable over the past decade, until they started climbing last year. And egg sellers say the situation is particularly difficult for them.
源头饲料，鸡仔囝加种，中鸡、人工，逐项拢贵啊！你鸡卵无倒去的时阵尔，饲鸡的业者的时阵尔，无利润赚，伊嘛无爱饲啊。
Bird flu outbreaks have made things even more difficult, both in Taiwan and around the world. Taiwan has tried to ease the situation by importing 5 million eggs from Australia. But beyond that, it says its hands are tied.
越南、印尼，甚至中国大陆说他们不缺蛋，还有蛋可以外销给我们，但是其实我们都不会考虑，因为他们都是有使用疫苗的国家。那菲律宾跟泰国确实都是没有使用疫苗的国家，但是在现在这个时间，其实他们也受到非常大禽流感的困扰。
The government is offering subsidies and loans with low interest rates to chicken farmers to upgrade their facilities. Experts say traditional farms are prone to bird flu outbreaks because they are open to wild birds, and caged chickens have lower immunity than free-range ones. But 80% of egg farms in Taiwan are set up this way. That's contributed to a lower egg-laying rate among Taiwan's chickens.
我们希望的重点目标就是把这个传统开放式的禽舍改建成非开放式，那甚至能够升级到密闭水帘式的环控禽舍。那这个不但可以增加我们的智慧防疫的安全，来提高生产的效率之外，也可以同时解决这个环境污染的一些邻避问题。
While this approach might be effective in the long run, some say it probably won't resolve the current crisis.
这个负压环控的鸡舍的确是可以提高产蛋率，但是就现阶段而言，有点缓不济急。
Experts say the warmer weather this spring should help. But as bird flu continues to spread through chicken farms across Taiwan, the country's egg shortage is not likely to ease up by the end of March, as the government had hoped. And while farm upgrades may prove useful in the future, any benefits will take a long time to trickle through to consumers. Klein Wan, Bichi Zhang, and Yu Huang for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's Navy is showing its warships and service members off to the public. Our reporter Jaime Okan was in the southern port city of Kaohsiung, where the ships were getting ready to set sail.
Taiwan is showing off its newest naval additions. This event is organized by the Midshipman Cruising and Training Squadron. It's held in the southern port city of Kaohsiung, and officials say it's an opportunity to showcase the next generation of sailors and to begin recruiting the next wave.
我们也同样的，也希望有更多优秀的青年学子了解海军、认识海军，进而踊跃的加入海军。
The Navy has selected 3 ships to take part in this event, including this one, which is armed with some of the country's most advanced weapons. Behind me is one of Taiwan's biggest warships, and for the next 2 weeks, the Navy is letting its citizens hop on board to learn more about the weapons and systems helping to protect the country. It's been 3 years since this annual event was last held due to COVID-19 pandemic restrictions. But as more rules are being lifted, people are eager to check out some of the Navy's biggest guns. Things like anti-ship missiles, cannons, and radar equipment, which are essential to protecting the country, are on full display.
我已经是在东海军舰那191了，现在已经除役了，成年除役。我现在回来看看，现在这个船很大呢。
For the past few years, Taiwan's military has been increasingly busy. Chinese warplanes and ships often operate near the country, putting strain on the Navy, which is tasked with monitoring the seas around Taiwan. Officials say that now is the time to show off recent graduates from the Naval Academy to let their families see how far they've come in their training before they are deployed. The Navy says that this event is not just about showcasing its warships. It also hopes to inspire a new generation of young recruits and teach people just how much work it takes to defend Taiwan's waters. Andy Xue and Jaime Ocon in Kaohsiung City for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's Environmental Protection Administration has tightened rules around levels of noise pollution from offshore wind drilling. But environmental groups feel the regulations still let foreign companies off the hook. Sully Anson reports.
Digging deep into the ocean floor. This machine is drilling holes in Taiwan's seabed to install new wind turbines. Noise from the drilling can reach 160 decibels. That's louder than a gunshot, a heavy metal concert, or a jet plane taking off. This is an area with diverse marine wildlife. The bottlenose dolphins that live here can become stressed in noisy environments.
没有达到我们尊重环境的这样子的这个事实。那我认为它就是一个严重的违反了环境伦理的这样子的一个作为。
Taiwan's Environmental Protection Administration recently tightened regulations on noise pollution from ocean drilling. But conservationists say the adjustment is too shallow.
在我们看来，不能超过就不能超过，所以它的方法是放宽。
In Europe, surveys on how the noise affects dolphins extend 20 kilometers in scope. In Taiwan, they only have to be 1 kilometer. Environmental activists say the foreign offshore wind companies are exploiting Taiwan's relatively lax noise regulations.
我们提出的疑问就是，为何在这些开发商的母国，他们都做得到，一旦来到台湾开发之后，这些外商就都做不到了。
The EPA says that the rules around marine noise pollution have been clarified, not relaxed. They say they have already handled 7 cases of offshore wind violations. But with the country hoping to rapidly expand its wind power infrastructure, these dolphins may be living with the racket for a long time to come. Leon Lien and Sally Jensen for TaiwanPlus.
Video games aren't just for kids. The young at heart can enjoy them too. Take one esport team in Taiwan, whose members have an average age of 64. The age difference between the team and their competitors is often half a century, but they don't let that slow them down. A local university trained these silver-haired warriors for half a year before unleashing them on their opponents. 66-year-old Jiang Yishu knew nothing about computers before she started playing League of Legends, but she took it all in stride.
我一开始练，接触那个英雄联盟，又害怕。又高兴，想说啊，起码这个算是我的新的一个知识，一个那个，我想说啊，我试看看，也不说辛苦啦，就是说觉得说你要有这种心，有向上的心，就是说有认为说我不服输，我活这么大把年纪，我怎么可能这个小小挫折就让我被我打败了。
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, we leave you with images of what some people are calling the ugliest dog in Britain. I'm Ethan. Take care, and I'll see you next time.